Hey guys, I'm Adrian from Real Kombucha. Great pleasure to be talking to you today. Thank you to Gaucho for inviting us onto the Instagram TV. For any of you that don't know us, we're Real Kombucha. We produce a range of non-alcoholic sparkling fermented tea drinks in the Chilterns, which is in Buckinghamshire. And we serve our drinks as a great alternative to champagne or sparkling wine for those occasions when you're not drinking. We've been going for about 2.5 years, so we're a young business, and we've been working with Gaucho for some time now to pair our drinks with obviously the great food that they produce. It's actually really difficult to find something that pairs nicely with food that gives you still that complexity, sophistication, feels like you're part of the party at the table. So what we're going to do today is we're going to give you a bit of a challenge to create some great non-alcoholic drinks, because you may find there's a time where you want a night off the alcohol, maybe a little break between drinks, or with the weather just being so nice outside at the moment, just a real refreshing, crisp drink that you can kind of show off to some of your friends. These cocktails anyone can do, and these are going to be non-alcoholic, they're going to be very low in sugar, so they're a great alternative if you're trying to make some healthier choices as well. So really excited to take you through them. Let's give these a go now. So let's start with some of the kit that you're going to need to make this. I've got some basic bar equipment here, but you can use some obviously basic kitchen equipment. So I'll show you some of the alternatives instead. Firstly, you're going to need a bar spoon. If you don't have a bar spoon, then you can use a tablespoon or a teaspoon. This is for mixing. You're going to need a knife to cut things up. We're going to need a jigger, so this is a measurer to measure out some of our ingredients. But actually, if you don't have this, you can use an egg cup, or you can use a tablespoon as measurers instead. And then you're going to need a number of ingredients, which I'm going to take you through in a moment's time. But obviously the most important ingredient to make each of your cocktails sing and shine is obviously the kombucha. So firstly, you're going to need our dry dragon. Our dry dragon is our alternative to a sparkling wine. Great as an all-day spritz. This is using a Dragonwell green tea. And as I mentioned, we ferment this in the same way as a sparkling wine. And the green tea actually, during the fermentation process, expresses really crisp green apples, sweet lemons, a bit of grapefruit. So this is really good, it's a really nice spritz, really cuts through certain foods. But today in the cocktail, we're going to use this to create something that's an all-day spritz cocktail. The drink we're going to make today is our reinvented mojito. So everyone's heard of a mojito, really simple to make at home, anyone can do this. So the first thing you're going to need is your wine glass. We're also going to need our dry dragon. This is going to be using it to make the reinvented mojito. All of these cocktails are just build cocktails, no shaking, literally build them into the glass, stir them, and we're away. So first off, you're going to need your measurer, and I've got a number of ingredients you can see here to my right. Firstly, I've taken some lime juice, so I squeezed half a lime into the glass just to prepare it for this. And so we're going to pour 25 mils, so for anyone that's an egg cup, into the glass. And then what we're going to do is take the sugar syrup. Sugar syrup, I made this myself, it's 1 part sugar to 1 part water, so 100 mils of water to 100 grams of sugar. Again, I'm going to take 10 mils of this, so we don't want too much sugar added to our cocktails. Add that in as well. And then I've just got some ice, so get this ice, I'm going to pour this in, get it topped up, and then I'm just going to stir down to make sure that's all mixed together. Also cools down the glass a little bit. And then what we're going to need is just prepare a few slices of your lime, just for your garnish. And obviously to make a mojito, the secret ingredient above all is mint. So I've just got some fresh mint from the local shop. So take probably four leaves, pick those, really fragrant, adds a lot of character to a mojito cocktail. So I've got those, add those to the drink. And then obviously we're going to need dry dragon. And we're adding probably about half the bottle. And again, give it a nice little stir just to mix it all up. simple, reinvented mojito using our dry dragon kombucha. For our second cocktail, we're going to be making a Royal Bellini using our Royal Flush. So you're going to need several things, but first off you're going to need our Royal Flush kombucha. So this is our alternative to a Prosecco sparkling wine. And what we do is we take a first flush Darjeeling tea from India, which is known as the Queen of Teas or the Champagne of Teas. We actually ferment it, like I said, in a similar way to a sparkling wine. And during the fermentation process we get really nice white peach, rhubarb, a little bit of elderflower, so it gets really nice fruity, floral, really quite delicate. So a great alternative to something sparkling if you're not drinking, but is integral to making our Royal Bellini. And a Bellini is a classic champagne cocktail. So apart from the Royal Flush, what you're going to need is a champagne glass. Really simple, most people have it at home. If you don't have it, no problems, you can use a wine glass instead. And we're going to need a number of ingredients. So first off, for a Bellini is peach puree or peach syrup. And this is one I've actually made myself. I've taken a whole peach, sliced it up, put it onto the hob in a saucepan, add a little bit of water, simmered it, added some sugar, added a little bit more water and made my own syrup. You can also buy your own syrup as well if you can't be bothered to make your own. So first off we're going to need 20 ml of the peach puree, straight into the glass. And the great thing with this cocktail is you don't need any ice. Simple, it's a build and stir cocktail. Then what you're going to need is a jasmine syrup. Now I've actually made my own. If you can't get hold of jasmine syrup and make your own, then actually you can use an elderflower cordial, or if you've got some fresh elderflower growing in your garden, if you're lucky enough to have that, then you can make your own syrup. So simply I'm going to take a 5 ml of that, which gives a really extra floral and zing to the serve. We've got our ingredients added in. Then what we're going to do is we're going to take our Royal Flush. I've had this chilled in the fridge beforehand, so it's nice and ice cold. And we're going to simply just top up, as you would do with a classic Bellini. See the bubbles there, nice sparkling nature to the drink. And then just with your bar spoon, or your teaspoon, whatever you've got, just give it a mix, just to mix in your ingredients. And there we have it, really simple. And then all I'm doing just to dress it is I've just taken some flowers from the garden, it's an edible flower, just to give it a little bit of garnish, a little bit of sophistication as well. Royal Bellini with our Royal Flush kombucha. So there we have it, 2 really simple non-alcoholic cocktails for you to make at home. It's been an honour to be here today talking to you about what we're up to. To find out more, check us out on Instagram, our website, and we've got some really exciting news coming your way from Real Kombucha HQ. So we'll see you real soon. Thanks very much. Have a good one.